Oh, well, welcome everybody. It is Saturday, August 15th, 2020. We're so excited. My name is Eileen Tesch, and I'm joined here with Katie Moore, new Senior Director, and we're going to be sharing this morning a little bit about the Relive system, the incredible event that's coming up, and most importantly, just giving you some nuggets about how to get new people started and how to help them become successful, earn income if that's what they want to do, or just help them see a bigger picture of Relive. So we're very excited about that. I'll just share my story real briefly. My husband and I learned about Relive 14 years ago. At that time, I was a very busy attorney. My husband had been practicing veterinary medicine over 40 years. He was just building a new hospital. At that time, the bottom fell out of the economy. We were both stressed out and burned out and working 80, 100 hours a week. But that all changed when we got started on these products, and we didn't start on them with open arms, but rather kicking and screaming. But it was, I just thank God every day that we just said, yes, we'll get started on the products. Well, in 2 weeks, I quit smoking. By the end of the month, lost 10 pounds. My depression disappeared. My skin cleared up. My husband, being a doctor, more skeptical, but he was just, throwing down a handful of vitamins and still suffering bone on bone in his knees. He was scheduled for carpal tunnel surgery. He had severe sleep apnea and very painful digestive issues, diverticulitis. Well, in about 6 weeks, taking 3 shakes a day, someone told him take 3 shakes with his busy schedule and just the fact that, he was a big man and that he needed more. And in 6 weeks, the pain dissipated in his wrists. He canceled his carpal tunnel surgery. He's never had knee replacement surgery, no more sleep apnea, no more painful digestive issues, diverticulitis. And that really opened his eyes. And he was so impressed with the safety of the products and the effectiveness that he started recommending it in his practice for the animals and even his clients, the pet owners. And saw amazing results with arthritis, anxiety, allergies, even cancerous tumors. And that was exciting, but he was still reluctant to, move forward or get committed. So we went to a conference, and as we were doing our due diligence, I heard about all these stories of these children that were getting off their ADD medication, their autism medication, starting to thrive again. And because I was a divorce attorney, many of my clients had children that were suffering from these issues. And that's really when it went from my head to my heart. And I knew that maybe this was the answer to prayer, where I could really help people, help these children, help these families. So we got started at the top profit level, the master affiliate level, not really thinking we were going to make a career out of this or that we were going to make any money. But we knew that was the best value to get started. And we just started working with our support team, learning the system, learning how to just open the door and share a little bit about what was going on, but people could see the change in us. So we really didn't have to say anything, but we referred them to our support team, and they took over from there. That opened our hearts to how simple this business is, and with the right people and the Relive culture. We earned about $1,000 our first month, and fast forward in 3 years, I resigned from the law firm. My husband has since sold his hospital, and we do this full time and love what we do. And the money's great. Trips are beautiful. We're on our way back to Hawaii, whenever that's going to be. But you don't want to miss a trip. You don't want to miss an event. It just will change the direction of your business, and it will change your heart to get up close and personal when you see either going on a trip or going to a special event that we have, like we have coming up. But what this company has done for me personally is given me passion and purpose and joy back in my life. And that is priceless. So I just want to ask Katie Moore to please come on and just share a little bit about your journey. That would be great.
I would be happy to. And I actually have our little 2-year-old wanting to get in my makeshift office. We're up at the cottage, and that's the beauty of this business is, you know, I have kids playing at the beach. We have Uncle Chris here, my brother, my parents. So we have lots of projects going on, and I just snuck away for a few minutes to do this training, and it is absolutely incredible. It's the beauty of this business is we can do it, take it wherever we go. But I'll just share a little bit. Yes, thank you, Eileen. I was introduced to Relive about 6 years ago now, and it was because of my husband. He was dealing with debilitating back issues, and he got started on the products, and within 2 weeks he could finally sleep through the night. He could commute to work without pain. He could stand up straight. He was quite impressed. That year I was still skeptical, but it was September, and I gave birth to our oldest here. He's holding my shoulder in the picture, Jaden, and that's when it changed for me. I got started on the products while on maternity leave, and I started noticing energy. I started sleeping better, even with a newborn. I was up every 2 hours in the night and crazy times, but I just felt different throughout the day. I went on to see great results with women's issues. Quite frankly, I didn't even know that I had. Fast forward to today, I still don't deal with those issues. I've gone on to use Relive products as my prenatal of choice. So for our second 2 pregnancies, which you can see, we have 3 beautiful boys. They're a little bit older now. Our baby is now 2 years old. Camden's 4, and our oldest is just about to turn 6. I noticed very different results with my pregnancies compared to my first. I didn't deal with any of the issues that I had, the acid reflux, the constipation, you know, all of those things. I delivered naturally. I bounced back very quickly, and I've been able to donate over 2,000 ounces of breast milk to moms and babies in need, and that's been a true blessing to me. I've also the little one got in here. I've lost about 18. We love doing this business as a family. I've lost about 18 pounds with the products. My husband's lost about 30 pounds. We feel fabulous today. Our kids use the kids' nutrition. We notice differences with their mood and behavior, their bowel movements, their sleeping patterns. We can't say enough about the products. In terms of the business, I was not looking for an opportunity. My background is in interior design, and my husband is in construction. But about 2 years ago, I decided to become a stay-at-home mom to this little, all 3 boys, but it's this little baby here that I was pregnant with. And that's when we took a serious look at the opportunity. We became master affiliates, and our first month, we earned about a $100 check, which was fabulous. And fast forward to today, our check averages about $1,500, and you know, last month we did. Anyways, we just love this business, and we are so excited to be sharing with others. So I'll turn it back over to you, Eileen.
Okay, and congratulations on becoming a new senior director and earning Hawaii and the Excellence Award. I mean, you know, the results speak for themselves, that obviously you love what you're doing and love sharing with others. So thank you so much, Katie. And no. Okay, save the date. Here it comes. The International Virtual Conference. They're expecting upwards of 8,000 to 10,000 people. So I can't encourage you more to make sure you're registered and get 10 people, 10, 20 people registered so they're locked in, and you make sure that they're able to get on. You know, we always have little challenges, big challenges with technology. But as soon as you register, I believe this week they'll be sending out an app to all the registrants on the agenda of the conference, the speakers, highlights, when you know, so you can gauge your time. It's going to start on Friday and then all day Saturday. Katie and I are planning a outdoor event probably close to 100 people. Her and her husband were gracious enough to open up their backyard. It's like a little farm, and we're going to do the virtual conference on the side of the barn. So, think of creative ways that you can get a group of people together. It's much more fun when you have, a party or a place where you can all watch it together. If you can't, of course, but you don't want to miss it. And what is going to take place, it's going to take this company to $1 billion. And, we haven't stopped with COVID. We're just in the right place at the right time, not because we're, selling, trinkets or unessentials, but because we have something that everybody needs, and especially with the economy the way it is now. Real briefly, a little history of Relive International, a 52-year-old food science and nutrition company, still leading the way, impeccable. I'm sorry, 32. My husband's here helping me. Katie has Ethan over there, the 2-year-old, and I have my husband over here. 32 years, and soon to be 33. We have always been known as the home of patented nutrition. Everything is clinically proven, it's backed by science, guaranteed, where you get your money back. 30-day empty can guarantee. And we are the only epigenetic nutritional company in the US. And that's so important because 90% of the people have not even heard of epigenetics, when it is now the breakthrough in wellness and health and chronic diseases. So the reason that we got started is because of the company's integrity and strong family values. And that was something that was very important to me, but more so to my husband, being a doctor and just very skeptical and cautious about partnering with any other company. And with Relive, he gave his blessings. So we have solutions for people. And, that's why lawyers make a lot of money, because people come to them to help them solve their problems, make their life better, or at least figure out a way where they can, what their options are. Well, Relive is the place for people to do that for their health and their finances and their quality of life. And it's very simple. It just consists of, 3 elements: the products, the compensation plan, and the training system. I'll go through the products real briefly. We have the core nutrition. This is what we recommend that everyone start on, because it's a way to get the body balanced. For some people, we work with a woman, she was a nurse involved in a very serious accident at hospital. I believe one of the beds fell on her and it left her disabled. She was referred to the company and started just with the Canna Classic. And that's all she's been using now for 2 years. And she's no longer disabled. She's going back to work. She has no pain. She's out exercising. And she was not interested in doing this business. And all she did is keep referring people to the company. So that's how effective these products are, standing alone. But we also have targeted solutions where you can figure out additional products. These go into particular areas of the body that need special ingredients, special nutrients. We have fiber store for digestive health, but for so much more. I was talking to a dietitian, and she said one of the fabulous things about fiber store, it also has 20 antioxidants for joint health. Dr. Hastings always said if he was on a deserted island and he could only have one product, take one product with him, it would be the fiber store. I thought that was so interesting. But the all the products are just amazing. Artifact, double patented product for joint health, cardio essentials. There was a 10 million triple blind study, a clinical study on the ingredients of the cardio essentials. Glucofect for blood sugar has a fabulous creamy cinnamon flavor that you can just put in coffee or tea or add right to your shakes, and people are having amazing results getting their blood sugar levels under control. On the bottom, Reverse Age, one of the most advanced anti-aging products. Provantage for muscle recovery, whether you're an athlete, Katie used it for prenatal. It does amazing. The older we get, the more our muscles get weak and don't heal as fast, and Provantage is an amazing product. Soy Essentials, they say it's man's favorite product, but it's made for women. But I got news for you. With all the anti-cancer ingredients in it, men and women rave about it. Energize. Energize is a hydration drink. When it was formulated, it beat out Gatorade as best hydration drink in the market. But it was really created to be the taxi cab to help plump up those cells, to make them like a wet sponge so it would absorb the nutrition faster. Because with all the toxins, the environment, medication, stress, our cells are all shriveled up like little raisins, and the exteriors is hard, and the nutrients can't get in there. That's why people say, well, I eat right, I don't need to supplement. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, but you don't look too good. And we work with a lot of vegetarians and vegans. And, have you ever noticed sometimes, they don't look good. And the one woman told me, I'm taking so many supplements, but I still have issues, until she got on the Reba. And finally, but not least, the 24K, when this product was created, it was rated best new product in America, beating out Ford Motor Company and Apple for their new products. And it is the all-natural answer to the energy drink. 24 active ingredients for the brain, all brain food. And these are some of our newest. The defense here is for viruses. It helps with, it's got the nishi mushroom, which is a very natural, powerful antihistamine. My one client, she is a nurse, has had severe lung issues, chronic cough for 30 years, started taking this defense, and it's been amazing. Within less than a week, she can breathe better, she feels better, and the cough has subsided. And of course, the Lunarich X capsules, you can't say enough about them. This is the epigenetic superfood. And each capsule contains the most bioactive form of this lunasin, this peptide. And each capsule contains 200 times the potency. And I tell, when people ask me what it is, I'm like, listen, I'm not a nutritionist. I really don't know too much. It's like eating a bean. Because all this peptide, this lunasin, is in every bean. The problem is it gets destroyed when it goes into our digestive system. So we get very little of the nutrient, of the value, the healing value. And so Rela was able to patent this ingredient and patent the process. And we have the Lunarich X. And this is also a product that my husband used in his practice with the animals. And I still recommend it today. So the hemp extracts. Katie, would you like to come on and take a minute and tell us about the RLB line, or would you like me to keep going?
No, I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Yay. Okay, thank you.
The kids are down on the beach, and I promised our middle child that I would take him on the paddleboard as soon as I'm done. So he's so
okay.
Excited. But yes, we love the RLB hemp extract line, and it is a very small suite of products, and we have we all use it actually. And as a busy mom and a mom of little ones, I love it that it is safe for children. We don't have to worry about, it putting it up high in the cupboard or whatever, but we all use this. And, they're third party tested, organically grown in the US. They're non-GMO to the testing process just to validate and ensure the purity of the products, and of course eco-friendly. And there's a full spectrum and isolate two strengths, 500 and 750. There's a sleep melatonin that's wonderful, and then there's the balm, the RLV balm, that's 1,000 milligrams. And honestly, that product is our favorite. We use it on anything from bug bites to burns to poison ivy to joint pain, you name it, we use it. We keep it in my purse and in the kitchen and in the bathroom. And so we really, really love these RLV products. They're just a great opportunity to, honestly, when we have quite a few clients that use these products as ourselves, and then also they just pair very well with the nutrition.
Absolutely. And I guess we'll just stop here to make a disclaimer. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer. Relive does not make any claims to cure, treat, diagnose. Nothing in these cans or in these bottles are going to heal anything. It simply gives the body what it needs to heal itself. It's already the miracle. God created this body. They can put a man on the moon, but they supposedly can't figure out the cause of cancer. Well, it all comes down to the immune system and just building up, having a strong immune system. And, Relive stands for nourishing our world, body, mind, and spirit. So I'm going to go through the compensation plan, especially for new people, so that they can see not only a way to earn income if they want, but also to get their products paid for. And if they choose to, share with others. So 5 ways to earn income, very simple: retail, wholesale, overrides is what really intrigues most entrepreneurs and business owners, bonuses and trips, and the ambassador program. And our goal is to build a distribution network. When I first got started and they said, well, what do we do here? And I'm like, sell products? And they're like, well, if you want to have 100 customers, you're going to be driving fast around the neighborhood to get them all their products. I'm like, that's exactly why I'm not interested. But they said, but if you could refer them to the company, and the company will keep track of them, keep track of all their orders, issue you your check, take care of all the marketing and distribution. Is that something that would interest you? And I'm like, wow, that is a distribution network. And Relive goes above and beyond to make sure that we have the best customer service when people meet Relive for the first time. And right now, Relive has reduced their registration fee to $20 for 1 year, and that allows you to purchase products wholesale, to open up a business, start your distribution network, access all of the videos, the training, as well as to refer people to the company. Okay, retail profit, real simple. Most people start out with $100 for a 1-month supply, and depending on what level you're at, you can earn anywhere from $20 to $40. Most importantly, everyone is a customer. There's no warning labels. It's safe for newborns, pregnant women. I have one woman from church, she puts it in her husband's feeding tube, and has been. The nurses' aides have been putting it in his feeding tube for probably the last 7 or 8 years, because he had a brain aneurysm, and he looks great. He survived COVID, never even got sick, and it's been amazing. The next way to get paid is wholesale profit, if you so choose to earn an income. Otherwise, by registering with the company for $20, then you can purchase your products at wholesale. It's very similar, obviously, the big box stores. And Relive allows you to decide what level you would like to get your savings. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you mute? I think we have an open line. Thank you. When you register at $20, you get immediately 20% off. Once you get up to $500 in retail order, then you're at the 25%. Or most people, that's why it's highlighted. Most people want to start there because it gives you about 3 to 4 months of products. Because really, although you may see results, many people see results right away. 90 days is when the cells are turn over, get rid of a lot of the dead cells. Really you can, that's why even with, treatments and cancer, everything is on a 90-day schedule. And because that's when the body is able to fight off disease. And so most people start at the 25%. And you stay at that level. You don't go backwards, there's no quotas, but you can always advance. The 30% is $1,500 in products retail. You will receive $1,500 in products and immediately save 30%, or that's roughly $450. And if this is your first order, you will also get free shipping. I believe that's still a promotion, Katie?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and thank you. The 35% level is, again, a savings of $1,000, but we started at the master affiliate level because that opens you up to all 5 forms of income. And you will receive $5,000 in products. Your savings, your first order is always at the 35%. And then you will get promoted the following month to the 40%, and you will stay there. If you do nothing else, you'll stay there through 2021. But if you refer somebody to the company and they get started as a master affiliate, then you're able, with just a small order, you will be able to renew your level. Okay, how do I mute the line?
We're all set.
Thank you. All right, and the wholesale profit, when you're at 40%, somebody's purchasing the products at 10%, you get the difference, okay? That is a win-win situation. No matter if you have somebody in California, they're purchasing the products at 25%, the company still pays you. And that's why we want to be, if you're not able to help your new customer, that Relive, you have a support team that like passing the baton, that they can help your new customer, or you tag team, and it's fun and it's a win-win, and it's win-win for everybody because the customer is getting good results and you're helping each other, and you never know that they may fall in love with Relive and want to start building a business and just opening up new areas and helping a lot of people. The overrides, real simply, the overrides is when you help somebody get to the master affiliate level and they start growing their business with retail and wholesale customers and other master affiliates, then the company will pay you over their entire group, and that is 5 levels steep. And you can have, here we have an example of Susan, but you can have many front levels, and there's no limit. So what happens when you share with 3 people? Remember, this is just an example. This is not a perfect world. It's never going to happen just like this. It just gives you an idea. People say, well, I don't know a lot of people. You don't need to know a lot of people. I know a lot of people, but the people I knew, I didn't want to be in business with. There are between the lawyers, the judges, the court system, the clients. Those were not the kind of people that I wanted to really be working with. So everybody, and when they first get started, they're not really sure, well, who do I talk to? And I don't think this person will do it, but I think that person will do it. Just take this example, finding 3 people, and it may not be someone you know, but someone who they know. Many people have come to Relive by referrals. So 3 people, each doing just $2,000 a month. Okay, that's kind of like a maintenance. That's maybe 20 customers or 10 customers, each doing a couple $100. That's a total of $6,000. You will get paid 8% or $480. Let me just tell you, I was also a bankruptcy attorney. An extra $500 will keep most Americans out of bankruptcy. An extra $500 a month. And right now, this is critical for so many people all over the country that are looking for opportunities. Also, we're in 17 different countries, and you know, the world right now, people are looking for a way to, are looking for a plan B. So if we just take the second, moving down to the second step, those 3 people, each master affiliates, and they share it with 3 people. Now you have 9 more master affiliates who are just doing 2,000. This is part-time. And like Katie, you know, Katie did over 20,000 last month. And as you can see, just 9 people doing 2,000 is 18,000, 6%. That's an additional $1,000. That's $1,500 a month. So you can see how this can grow, and it grows exponentially. So we can talk more about that. The 4th way, cash bonuses and trips, and the Star Director bonus that can double and triple your income. We can talk more about that. All I can say is you don't want to miss an opportunity to go on a Relive trip and spend some quality time with the leaders, the corporate people, Tom Pennick, and the movers and shakers in this company that see the future the way you do and are excited to be sharing Relive. And the ambassador program, real simple. If you love helping and teaching people, you get paid, and Relive is looking for the ambassadors of the future. So the circle to success, Katie, if you are available to just share a little bit about our success system.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
You know, this is day in and day out of what we do. We just go around the circle and we do it all over again. And this business is the power of duplication. And what we do in this business is exactly what we teach and train our team, and then they teach and train their team, and it just keeps going from there. And I love talking to people about this because I said, you are not doing anything that I did not do. So what I'm sharing with you and what other distributors are sharing with you, we all did the same thing. Nobody's doing anything different. So that's wonderful. So there's 5 steps to the circle of success, and we're going to go through those briefly here. The first step is identify. When you become a Relive distributor and you want to build a business, the first thing that you need to do, obviously first you get on the products. We recommend, we have to be a product of the product. So get on the products and start using them. You don't have to wait until you receive your results and things like that. But if the company's been around 30 plus years, there's power in this nutrition. There's many, many stories and testimonies, both with the product and with the business. So grab a hold of your support team and use them. So right out of the gate, you can start earning income, whether it's paying for your products or earning whatever that looks like for you. So the first step when you become a Relive distributor is to identify. And you want to make a list. I usually say start with 5 people. You can instantly start with 5 people. We just actually started raising chickens. And so I sat our boys down and I said, okay, let's make a list of who you want to become your chicken egg customers. And we started with 5. So let's just start with 5 people, grandma, grandpa, and the neighbor and a friend. And then all of a sudden we're rattling off names. Well, this person can be our egg customer, and this person and that person. And I said, you get it. Let's start with 5 people. And then as you start to develop that list, more names are going to come to the list. And I love that with Relive, everybody is a potential customer. So anybody, your neighbor, you know, a friend, a family member, there's no age limit. They can live in a different country. It doesn't matter. And there's no limit if they're interested in the product or the business. You know, we don't judge anybody. We just write their name down. It doesn't matter who. And so again, these are a few ways that we build our list, and our team. I know that we work with our ambassador, Connie Weinhold. She does a fabulous job. When we start a new distributor, we actually set an appointment with her. At least this is what I like to do. And she takes time to help us develop our list so we know who, because a lot of times we think, like Eileen said, well, I don't know a lot of people. But when you sit down and think about it, you actually know quite a few people. And this might take a little bit of time as we start to develop that, but this list is changing. It's always growing. You know, some people you think might be interested in the product, but then they're interested in the business and vice versa. You know, it's just absolutely incredible. I just met with a gentleman today. We're up at the lake house, and he's the HVAC guy, and he's taking over the business. I met with him a couple weeks ago when I was up here, and so I said, well, come over to the house. You have to meet my husband. And sure enough, we were just in the kitchen chatting and getting to know each other a little bit. And I said, well, I'm just curious if you ever keep your options open for extra income. And he said, yeah, I do. I said, great. Well, let's chat a little bit more. And so we're going to continue that conversation, and you never know who is interested and who's looking for something. So the second way again is to connect. So as we continue that, okay, so this gentleman this morning I'm going to connect him. So if he's interested in looking for something, I'm going to set an appointment with him and really talk to him about why he's looking for something, what it is that intrigued him about something that we mentioned. You know, again, what do I say? Honestly, I have no idea. I talked about Relive this morning, and I had absolutely no idea how to introduce it, because there was never a moment in our conversation that sort of was a great transition. I just kind of went out of the blue, and I love this business because you can never say the wrong things to the wrong person. So whatever you say, the person's, you know, it's not about what you say. It's really the excitement and how you feel about what you say, and they can see all that. Excitement. So the third step to the success system is really sharing the Relive story. There's multiple ways to share the story, you know, and that really is fitting to anybody that you're sharing with. And it's not kind of a one size fits all, but really you want to share, you know, your why, your belief, and it comes from your heart. So when you talk to someone and you identify that person and you set an appointment, you connect, which is connecting. And the third step is sharing the story. It might be over a phone call. It might be connecting them with your upline. If you're brand new, you say, look, this is what I did. I know nothing about these products, this opportunity, but I just know that it fits my heart, and there's something in my heart that you kind of led me to share this with you. I'm going to connect you with someone that knows a lot more, that can answer your questions. And that's how I introduced someone when I was brand new. You know, there's so many opportunity books and slides and videos. There's a lot of ways to get started online. But really the power is in the stories, and your story will start to develop as you connect people to the Relive system. And the fourth is to ask a decision. So when you talk to someone on the phone, you know, I always at the end, what did you like best? You know, there's a couple things you can say. What did you like best about what you heard? Or on a scale from 1 to 10, you know, 1 being you're not very interested, and 10 being you're extremely interested. Where do you find yourself? Maybe it's the products, maybe it's the business. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Really ask the person. I believe that it's all about your customer or your prospect. It's about them making a decision. And the best part is that decision may change. When we started with Relive, I was not interested. It was my mother that shared with me, and she actually had to share with me for 2 years. It was because my husband, so he started, so he made a decision, and my decision changed based on his. And then over time, we were just customers, and then we became a distributor, not to do any business, but really to get a good price, a comfortable price to be consumers. And then again, our decision changed. So you never know where someone is. You know, we want to share the big picture. We want to share the customer part of it and the ways that they can get discounts. We want to share becoming a distributor. And I always like to say, even if you become a distributor, you're really creating a wholesale account, because you don't necessarily have to, you know, do the business, but it sets you up in case you do want to share with others, and that decision changes or evolves over time. You know, if someone wants to become a distributor, these are two great options that I like to share. Hey, yeah, it's $20 to get started, and that's huge. And you can become a quick start, which is basically you purchase $500 worth of product, but you save $125. It's a $375 investment, and you get free shipping, and you're at a great, comfortable, you know, 25% level. And then the other option is the master affiliate level, and that's the top profit. That might be a family, like we have a family of 5, and we want the best price for our product. So you do a bulk order the first time. I'm actually working with someone right now who is very interested, and I said, Skipper, how you doing? And he said, well, I have clients waiting for product. I'm ready to order. And I said, well, you're a businessman. Let's draw it out. So we're looking at the master level, and you know, I said, we just buy a one-time product purchase, and you can share the product with them the first time, get them started right away, recoup your investment. And then from there, we will get them registered, and you can start earning the check from the company. We'll just refer them back to the company, and you will. So there's no additional transactions on your end. So we're just tweaking a few things with that. So, you know, there's a 1-year buyback guarantee on any unopened product. It's basically a 0 risk for 1 year. And that's really, really powerful in this right now at this time.
I apologize, Katie. It just started jumping unless somebody was moving it. But
no worries. We're just going with it. We're having fun. The fifth step is register and go. We really get people registered. Like, make a decision wherever maybe they want to listen to more stories or learn a little bit more about the company. Maybe they're ready to jump in and get product, start using the product. Maybe they're ready to become a distributor. Whatever that looks like, help them. A lot of times people that I talk to are my friends, well, just send me your website and I'll take a look at it. And I said, let's do this together. Okay, I can send you the website and that's great. But really, let's figure out where you want to get started. I will help you with this first order or getting you started, sharing the promotions, and then we're going to get you registered and go. And I love that word go, because in my mind, go, you know, what's after you register? A lot of times when you know, you make a purchase or you make a decision, that's when it stops. And the representative or the sales clerk, you make the purchase, you go through the register, and you're done. And they just wait until you come back to the store. But really, when we go, that's when the fun begins. And that's when we start to talk about follow-up. We follow up, you know, with our customers, our consumers, and we let them know that we provide good customer care. And that good customer care means we want to take care of our customers, our distributors. We want to make sure they're seeing the results they're looking for with the products. We want to make sure that they're the results they're looking for with the business, whatever that looks like, if it's connecting them with teaching and training opportunities. And maybe it's, you know, whatever that looks like for them. Maybe it's helping them build their list and really getting off to a good start. And especially if someone is becoming a distributor, kind of our topic today is what do you do? We honestly, I share the bonuses right out of the gate, because as soon as you register for $20, you are eligible for cash bonuses. And so that's number one, is, okay, how can we help our new distributors earn a cash bonus and earn that very quickly? I know when we received our first cash bonus, that's huge. You get that bonus, and I shared it with my husband, and he was so excited. And, you know, it just creates some more excitement in that, wow, this is really doable right out of the gate. So that's kind of the circle of how we do the business. And we just do it all over again and do it all over again. It's very simple, very doable. And over time, it just kind of gets ingrained in our head. And it's just very exciting and fun.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, go ahead, Eileen.
The most important point of all of it, yes, it's very simple, but it requires that you take action. I was working 80, 100 hours a week, as was my husband, and I couldn't figure out how I was going to fit this in, and whether or not I even wanted to fit this in, because like starting anything new, where do I get started? And the beauty or the power of the system is you can start anywhere. Start making a list, jotting down a few names. When I hear my mentor said, most importantly, never do anything alone. If you're going to get on a story call, invite someone to get on with you and simply say, listen, check out this call with me. Tell me what you think. It's only going to be a couple minutes, or it'll be 10 minutes. Let them know what to expect. Or if you're going to send them a video, always ask, listen, I don't know how long this video is going to be available for, 1 or 2 days. When will you be able to take a look at it? So again, it's taking action, a sense of urgency, because we are human beings and we will procrastinate. We will put anything off and everything off for as long as we can. But if you show people value and that you're excited and that they need to take action also, it's amazing. Richard Vance just shared this quote with us the other day because we were talking about mindset. And he said, a body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest is dead. It doesn't go anywhere. It's like, inertia. So you just do one thing every day, depending on your schedule. If you're doing this full time, you obviously want to move that up and looking at your goals, what you want to accomplish, and you'd be amazed. Busy people, the people that got a lot going on, they will accomplish the most because they know how to juggle. They know how to work within the confines of their time, but also to increase the value of their time. And that's the beauty of the Relive system. When I got started, my mentor said, you give me a half hour. What are you going to commit? If you commit a half hour, I'll commit a half hour. If you commit an hour, I'll commit an hour. Now you have just doubled your time. And that everybody wants more time. But if you're efficient and effective, you don't need more time. It's all about quality instead of quantity. So the Relive Success System, very simple. It's to expose people to the stories. We become the stories we listen to. Most people in this day and age, particularly, we're listening to the negativity, the news nonstop. My husband said the other day, turn that off. I'm so sick and tired of it. But we go to work, or we're working remotely. We hear people complaining. I don't know when I'm going to get, if I'm going to get laid off, or about or they're complaining about their spouse, and on and on and on. But one thing about Relive, it is a positive, inspiring environment, culture, and exciting. And it all comes down to the stories. When you're able, I work with Katie's aunt, Irma Schneider, 90 years young, and she just tells people your life will never be the same. And she gives them a little card with a phone number on it. And it's on the top of the card, it says story of hope. And she said, you got to listen to this story of hope. And I'll get back with you. When can you do that? Now, it's one thing when you're 90 years young and everybody loves you. But she has gotten a lot of master affiliates that way and a lot of business build. So thinking outside the box, find what works, by the grace of God and the leadership of Relive. We're an online business, and that is going to be the key to the future, especially right now. So every day I'll just share with you what Irma does. She gets up every morning, she does her devotional, she does her workout, and she listens to a story call. It may be a recorded one, it may be one she's listened to many times before. But when you listen to that positive, inspiring story of somebody who got amazing results and on the products or changed their financial future, when the story stops, you're still going to be radiating. that inspiration, that excitement, that just gratefulness, and people are going to be able to feel that. So this is boot camp. The Relive system is boot camp to become a high quality, successful human being that is able to go out there and bless others and make a difference. And it's like putting the armor, the Relive armor on, but we're here to bless others and to help them see what we have found. So the system helps people get results. The system helps customers and distributors also think of people they can share with. When people say I've run out of people to talk to, I'm like, well, then you need to get out a little and just go into the store. You know so many. We know so many people. Look at your phone. Look at Facebook. Go join some new groups. There's a whole world out there. It's praying for answers. Okay, so your upline, the 3-way calls, weekly conference calls, Saturday training, special events, conferences. You can get all of this on the Relive website. Speaking of the Relive website, you need to go, if you're new, get familiar with it. And they've also updated the app, the mobile app, and they will be sending out the international conference app. As I said, so you need to get familiar so you can access this very quickly. They're always updating this. Erin does a fabulous job. These are the top 3 bonuses. And so as Katie said, you share this with your new people as soon as you can about the different ways that they can earn income. And right now we still have the preferred customer, even though through August 31st, they waived the $10 fee and they get free shipping. So this is the promo 1, 2, 3, get onto the website and you can share this with your new customers and distributors. It's like Katie said, the faster you get a check into somebody's pocket, it doesn't necessarily mean, doesn't matter how much it is. It matters that you cared enough to help them and that they now, it helps them with confidence and feeling empowered and excited to go out there and share with others. So again, the International Virtual Conference, get registered, figure out an event that you can have to bring people together. I just talked to someone up in New Hampshire. They're gonna put out a tent and have like an outdoor event. And that's where it's gonna be fun because, you know, we've been cooped up so long, but this international conference, you don't want to miss it. It is going to set us up for 2021 in the future. And I'll leave you with this. 14 years ago is when I went to my first conference. My sister dragged me there. She didn't know anything about it. We were both brand new. But we didn't really expect too much. We'd been to lots of, sales conferences and Zig Ziglar and, how to be conferences on success. Well, let me tell you, it didn't help. You go back to your real world. I go back to the law firm. Stuff, in that environment, it's a battle. But when I was sitting there that first day of conference and listening to Bob and Sandy Montgomery, listening to the stories, hearing about the company. I mean, I was brand new and being a lawyer, I was still, kind of hard and couldn't quite get my ego out of the way. Oh my gosh, when those tears started rolling down my face and I looked at my sister and she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm gonna be selling powder in a can. She goes, what? I go, I'm home. This is what I always dreamed of. Being people, making a difference. Style, like a lawyer, but not all that, negativity and, being able to live with optimal health. I mean, and this is it. And I know that that's how you're going to feel, especially when you bring new people. They will thank you, and you just get yourself out of the way and let Relive present a world to them that they too only dreamed about. So with that, we are going to close here today. Here's a couple calls. If you don't have the schedule, you can go on Positively Charged, our Facebook page, ask to be invited in. And these are some of the trainings that are also available. And then we will be back here Monday, 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central. We have Commit to Success training call, half hour. It's always phenomenal. Great way to set you up for the week. There's a Tuesday night presentation from Positively Charged, 8:30 Central, and we have our Wednesday webinar, half hour, just very concise, very simple, but all very clear. New people will be able to understand at least, not obviously the whole thing, but enough to get them, give them a little peek into our Relive world. So with that, I am going to open up the lines here and say goodbye to everybody. 1 second, please. Okay. 1 second. And Katie, how do I unmute people?
We are.
We are, okay. Well, you're so quiet, I can't hear anybody.
Great. Hey, great training, you two.
Yeah, it'll do
Great
it.
training, you two. You did
Thank
a
you.
wonderful job this morning.
Very good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Great
thank you.
job.
Great job.
Everybody.
Great
Thanks,
job,
Eileen
Ted.
and Katie.
Okay.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you. Great job.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Ciao,
Great
ciao.
job.
Bye.
Excellent.
Katie, I need those 2 pictures of y'all. Can you send them to me, Katie and Eileen and myself?
What?
Send me the pictures that you had in the beginning.